Hi, I'm Sarah from the upcoming. An absolute pleasure to be able to speak to you today, Georgina. How are you? Are you okay?
I'm
I'm
good,
good,
thanks. How are
thanks. How are
you?
you?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. So maybe you could just kick off with a brief introduction to Suspicion. For people who don't know anything about the series, what can they expect?
Suspicion.
Suspicion.
It's
It's
on
on
Apple
Apple
TV
TV
Plus.
Plus.
It's
It's
this
this
fantastic
fantastic
kind of
kind of
thriller
thriller
whodunit
whodunit
series.
series.
It's
It's
about
about
five,
five,
seemingly
seemingly
ordinary
ordinary
British
British
people who are
people who are
suspected
suspected
of
of
abducting
abducting
this
this
kid called
kid called
Leo
Leo
Newman,
Newman,
who is
who
the
is the
son of
son of
this
this
big
big
American
American
media
media
mogul,
mogul,
Catherine
Catherine
Newman,
Newman,
who's
who's
played
played
by
by
the
the
amazing
amazing
Uma
Uma
Thurman.
Thurman.
And
And
we
we
follow
follow
these
these
five
five
suspects
suspects
as they
as they
try
try
to
to
prove their
prove their
innocence,
innocence,
and we
and we
kind of
kind of
find
find
out
out
more and
more
more
and more
about
about
them,
them,
and we
and we
kind of
kind of
start to
start to
question their
question their
innocence and
innocence and
figure out,
figure out,
what's
what's
really
really
going on.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually originally based, I believe, on an Israeli series. So,
It
had you
is.
seen that one? And what was the appeal of being involved with it? Because it does feel like quite a unique story. It's really kind of plot twisty, kind of got a thriller edge to it. But then it's also very much represents quite sort of regular people going about their regular lives in quite a realistic way. So there's quite a lot of contrasting things going on. What was the appeal for you?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
it is
based on
based
the
on the
Israeli show
Israeli show
False Flag,
False
which I
Flag, which I
haven't
haven't
seen.
seen.
I only
I
didn't
only didn't
watch it
watch it
because
because
I didn't
I
want to
didn't want to
see
see
what the
what
other
the other
actress had
actress had
done with
done
the
with the
character I'd
character
be
I'd be
playing, and
playing,
I
and I
kind of
kind of
wanted to
wanted
go
to
in
go
with
in with
fresh
fresh
eyes.
eyes.
Um,
Um, but
but oh god, wait, I've completely forgotten what was the other question.
Oh, just like what was the appeal for you of being involved with
The
the
appeal.
series?
The
the
appeal was
appeal was
just it was such
it
a
was such a
fantastic
fantastic
script, and there
script,
were
and there
so
were so
many
many
amazing
amazing
people
people
that
that
were
were
on
on
board.
board.
Chris Long, who did The Americans, and Rob Williams, who did Man in
Man in
High
High
Castle,
Castle,
and
and
it
it
was
was
just
just
a
a
fantastic group of people, and the scripts were so exciting, and as you said, so many twists and turns, and it was really exciting to be able to play a character that has such a big arc. At the beginning of it, she really is this kind of ordinary woman, and by the end of it, she's someone completely different and has gone through some really kind of crazy things. So it was just exciting to be able to play that.
Mm. And how did you prepare to play Natalie? Did you kind of have to do much research, or did you have any reference points for other people in your life? Like, how did you see her, and how did you want to play her?
I think when I first kind of read it, it was sort of, Natalie, she's this person from London. She lives in Brixton. I didn't feel like she was someone that I didn't know. I kind of immediately was like, yeah, I know that girl. I can kind of understand that completely. And then there were some, situations that she ends up with, and especially her sister Monique. That relationship was really important to nail. And I mean, in episode 104, which has just come out, there's kind of like a very tragic ending to their kind of, their relationship and their story. So that was something that I really researched and looked into. And I mean, the writing was fantastic, and also the actors were really great. So there was a lot in doing these big ensemble scenes with everyone, where you kind of almost don't want to go in with too many ideas of what you're going to do, because you just want to react and listen to what everyone else is doing and kind of let it be a bit more free and organic. Yeah.
And was it amazing to kind of be part of the same project as Uma Thurman? I mean, she just seems like one of these kind of classic Hollywood actresses who's so versatile, done so many amazing roles. So, what do you think really makes her stand out as an actress?
Yeah, she's amazing. She's proper Hollywood. I love Pulp Fiction. I love Kill Bill. She's worked on so many kind of iconic, amazing movies, and she's just the real deal. Like, she's a brilliant actress, and she looks amazing, and she has so much poise. And yeah, it's really exciting to be able to watch her, to be in a show that she's in. I just think she's fantastic.
Mm. And what's great in the series is it kind of balances, the two sort of parallel stories, kind of like the US and the UK, and it feels like it really sort of captures and utilizes those locations really well. Like there's a lot that's very specific to London in the series, almost becomes like a character itself. So, did you really like that? That it kind of really represented our country, our city?
Yeah, I did. It was so much fun because we got to shoot a lot on location and we were going to like loads of various kind of places in London that was really fun. And that was also something that really drew me to the project because for a number of years I've done jobs abroad or kind of in different cities, different countries, and you kind of live the life of a gypsy as an actor. You'll pack up your bag and off you go, and sometimes you don't see, some of your close friends and family for months. So knowing that this was shooting in London and I just bought a flat in London as well. So I was like, oh my God, I'll get to stay home and go home after work. And it was just so lovely. I really enjoyed kind of every part of that. And also, it's so there's so many icons. So yeah, British kind of like landmarks and, the big red buses and yeah, it's lovely.
What were some of the kind of highlights or maybe challenges of the shoot? I mean, maybe being in a prison cell in a wedding dress was quite a marked moment. I don't know. What were some of the best bits and hardest bits?
Yeah, that was hilarious. That wedding dress, I think, I wanted to burn it by the end because I had to wear it for weeks. And I mean, I don't think even if I got married, I would wear a dress that big because going to the toilet in that dress is just such a nightmare. That was very much an annoyance for me being in that dress for so long, and it was kind of corseted and I couldn't eat lunch properly. But the best parts of it was definitely the scenes with all of the suspects when we all get together, and it was just such a like, I know it's, everyone always says that, but it was such a lovely cast and we all got on so well. And it happened that we were filming during COVID and we all became like kind of like this little family and spent so much time together. So any time that we were all together, we were just having so much fun and all kind of turned into big kids again, and we're getting in trouble a lot with the directors for not paying enough attention to, the actual work we were supposed to be doing.
What do you hope people will take away from watching the series? Because I guess it's one of those that can work on a few different levels. There's the kind of on the edge of your seat, wanting to see each next episode, to see the twists and the turns. But it's also discussing, about kind of the surveillance that we're under now all the time, about, whether people are put on trial by social media before they even, have a chance at real justice. So, what do you think are some of the themes that emerge?
Yeah, I think there is a kind of really strong theme of kind of fake news and social media and how kind of stories can spread like wildfire and be caught up by a kind of like almost mob mentality of people kind of maybe digesting and believing things that aren't necessarily true. I think for me, what I really enjoyed about the show was the kind of story of the little people, of the real people, and that people are so layered. And I just think there's so much empathy through the script and the way that Rob Williams has written the characters, and that everyone has secrets and everyone has kind of things that they've done either to propel themselves forward or to help their family or whatever. It's kind of a great sympathetic look at human beings and, what is right, what is wrong, who chooses morality. And I've just kind of really enjoyed watching these characters kind of slowly be unraveled, and you really get to know them and know their lives and their backstories and kind of really understand why they behave in some of the ways they do.
And I'm almost out of time, but can you quickly tell us what other projects? I believe you've got quite a few in the pipeline, but also, how you see the opportunities out there for women of color. It feels like TV particularly seems like a really healthy industry to be in right now.
Yeah, I have a few projects coming out that I'm really excited for. I just finished filming Bird Box Barcelona, which was such a brilliant experience. I'm really excited to kind of be part of the Bird Box world. I loved the first film with Sandra Bullock. I thought it was fantastic. I did another film called Barbarian, which should be coming out at some point. I don't know. You never know when anything's coming out. But it's really exciting. I think there's so much opportunity at the moment, and especially after COVID, there's just everything's coming back alive now, and there's so many shows that are starting back up, and there's so many platforms now, and it's so exciting. I mean, Apple TV Plus is making so much new content, and there's so much out there at the moment, so it's very exciting.
Yeah, amazing. Well, it's been such a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you so much for sharing all that with us, and I can't wait for everyone else to get stuck into this series as well.
Oh, thank you so much.
Love to speak to you. Thanks a lot. Bye. Bye.